because this is a tough conversation. Did this come as a surprise to you?
I mean, certainly as a staff member there, we've seen some of the struggles that we faced through the pandemic. It's been tough, but we made it through. We were able to adapt. We were able to create something different, and we thought that we had made it through the worst of it. But with the budget cuts coming to the university, obviously, we became an easy target. I think it's devastating to see this period of history completely end. After 65 years of contributing to the arts here in Windsor-Essex, this decision is heartbreaking, not just for us, for the staff, for our students, for their experience, but for the impact to the theater community as a whole. It's amazing to see the outpouring of support. It's been posted on social media. It's going around different groups now. And both individuals and our theater organizations within this community are devastated to see this loss. Everyone in leadership in these different theater organizations locally and really across Canada. Tons and tons of people had their start at University Players at the University of Windsor. And so it's sad to see it go, but it also raises some questions about what this means for the future. We've always been a huge building block of the industry, and to have this go down is really, it's heartbreaking.
How were you made known of the news?
Well, we were called into a meeting yesterday morning, and that was it. There was no question, there was no conversation, there was no alternative. I mean, I think from a personal perspective, like the writing's been on the wall for years, that it's been really difficult to balance the budget with all of the pressures that we've been facing. Again, the pandemic, rising costs of inflation, lower enrollment. It's been tougher to recruit students from high school programs that were also decimated during the pandemic, and through budget cutbacks that we've seen that come right from the provincial government. This comes directly from Doug Ford.
And we saw on social media yesterday also the design work was already started for the production of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That was supposed to kick off your 66th season in October. So that's no longer happening.
Honestly, when we sat down as a staff, there's 6 of us that work in University Players. That was the first thing. That was our first response. I said, we'll find our way. Theater contracts come and go. We're working at a university. We're very grateful to be members of our union. We have the ability to maybe move into a different position within the university. We'll find our way. We'll be all right. But somebody is going to lose out because of this. Somebody's job is going to be lost. And the biggest question for us is, what happens to 65 years of history? What happens to the blood, sweat, and tears that has gone into all of the incredible things that we've built and made and created over the last 65 years of seasons? When you walk into our prop shop, when you walk into our costume storage, when you walk into our building and our scene shop, the incredible amount of work that surrounds you, the creativity, the history, you have to imagine, walls upon walls of furniture and set pieces and costume pieces that have been built, historic pieces that have been built and made by hand. You look at a production, you can look up online our most recent production of Little Women. Those pieces were built and made and sewed by students in our costume shop, giving them invaluable experience in experiential learning. That opportunity to learn and to apply their knowledge in a practical setting is gone now. So how will they replace that? How will they recreate that? And what happens to the work that has been done up until this point?
Well, what is the answer to that? What kind of opportunities is there left now for students who are in the School of Dramatic Arts?
I mean, honestly, if I was a student, I would be furious. The reason you come here is so that you can apply that knowledge. University Players existed before the School of Dramatic Art. It existed the School of Dramatic Art exists because of University Players. Our learning is all built around it, and the opportunity for our students to perform and to build and make and practice both those technical skills and the performance skills. They'll find a way. They'll still have opportunities to perform, but not to the same level, not within that professional setting. We've always prided ourselves on having that opportunity for students to learn in that professional acting environment, that professional theater environment, and without that, the experience will change.
And also for the public, the experience is going to change. What loss is there to our community as a whole?
Well, we saw it when St. Clair College cut their entertainment technology program as well. Those students that graduate from the program, they go on to build and make and do here in the community. They become our theater creators. I've seen with the Windsor Essex Theater Alliance, as we brought together all of these different organizations and individual artists and venues. We have over 20 different organizations creating some kind of live performance, whether that's youth theater or community theater or small regional theaters here. Without this program, I mean, we will still have the School of Dramatic Art. We will still be graduating these students, but they won't have that practical knowledge. They won't be able to apply that in university players. So will they still want to work in Windsor Essex? Will we be able to draw from the School of Dramatic Art and help to build our community arts? It's a great loss for Windsor Essex. And look again looking across Canada, the artistic director of the Stratford Festival is one of our grads. So there are grads all over in all the professional theaters across Canada, and we've seen that outcry now from them saying, this can't happen. We need university players. We need these graduates.
Kristen, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I appreciate it. Even though the topic isn't great, but it's always nice to see you.